Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. I'm just sitting here chilling for a minute, listening to the birds. And I was over at Patriot Pride listening to that. Um, I personally am not sure what to think, but I always want to maintain respectability and be respectful, you know. So I always want to do that. And so, you know, um, he has a lot to say. And I'm super glad that he's over there with Mike and Adam because that'll be really good. You know what I mean? Because I think possibly they'll get to ask him questions maybe that he didn't answer with Chris or even Sleuth. You know what I mean? So hopefully he will over here. So I'm really praying for that. That maybe they'll get some kind of answers or something. So I'm gonna definitely, I'll watch it later again. Watch it later, and touching buttons I probably shouldn't be touching. I'm glad to see you guys in here. Thank you guys for coming over. Oh, let me get other glasses. You might want to get other glasses to be able to read, Nick. My goodness. I'll grab my lemonade while I'm doing it. Okay. Ooh, it is bright. Hi, everybody. And don't want to take you from anywhere, if you're getting some great information. I kind of just set these times and these days for this because I kind of watched and paid attention that there wasn't a lot going on in those slots. So I wouldn't really, interfere with my friends because I didn't want to do that, but I want to have my little stuff too. So I just kept my schedule and I said, oh, I'll go watch it later, because I love them and I support them. And, I think it's cool that they got this gentleman to come over and to be able to talk to him, whatever your personal feelings are, whatever, in what he says, they're yours. Everybody is entitled to their own feelings, everybody is. And I would never take that from any of you, ever. I mean, your feelings, I'll definitely respect that. The other stuff, I can have empathy and stuff like that, but I don't want to ever, be too much, you know. Okay, I want to say hi. So I've got okay, I'm going to try to do this. Candy. I hope I did that right. D Hudson, Candy. I hope I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, you please break it down to me. Oh, Carrie Stanberry. Hey, honey. Hi, Jason. Hi, Jason. Oh, nice to see you. Really nice to see you guys. So I'm gonna do this particular discussion session, whatever you want to call it. I say story time because to me it's like an adult story time for us. Dulce, hi. Greg Paul, hi, honey. Oh, I did say it right. Yes, because I worry about that. I want to be respectful. So, um, first of all, bless you all on this Flag Sunday. I have my flags up. There's one behind me. I have some that I just put in my pots, and because I'm a great respecter of where I live, and I always want to be respectful of that. Oh, hi, everybody. I'm so happy to see you guys, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. I think you're going to really enjoy this. I've gotten some already stories already done for the next couple times, and Tuesday's good, but Friday is one of my all-time favorites, and just favorite people to talk about. And I just can't wait. I'm just so excited for Friday. I almost wanted to switch it to today, but I was like, no, I already have my game plan for today and I already know what we're going to talk about. So no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it right where it is, but I'm excited. So Friday is going to be a great show. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful evening. That's the main thing to me. You come here, that's wonderful, but you having a great evening and you guys are doing well right now, that's the most important thing to me, period. So I'm just kind of adjusting this a little bit, you guys, my little stands, but if it's not right, and I'll get to this stuff here in a second. Okay, I think it's okay now. Can you guys see me all right and everything's cool? I think I'm cool. I'm not cool, but I'm cool. I'm cool because you guys are here. That's what makes me cool. Being around cool people. So I want to definitely, you guys don't laugh at me. I went and got this because I get the emotions and some of these stories, I'm telling you, it can get you. It can really make you, it brings something into your life. And if it hits that nerve or hits that, whatever it is on you, you just, it'll bring emotions you didn't even know were bottled up inside of there, So I want to talk about the first story tonight. The first story. And by the way, I want to kind of make this clear. All the stories are true stories to the fact of what I know, investigative wise. That's why a lot of the stories, when I'm done telling you guys or talking to you guys about it, I'll tell you guys are so welcome to go look any of these up that interest you, because I try to give you where you can go and do that. So if anything does interest you, that's, I wanted to say one thing tonight, and I'm sorry about the turning of the pages. That will probably end on Tuesday because I have a different format. Still pages, but different kind. But I wanted to know something. I had a question, and I think this is my question. And oh, good, there's 12 people. D, everybody, Shannon, yay, Dolce. So Jason, any of you guys, Greg, Paul, any of you guys. This is my question. Do you think watching crimes as a kid or an adolescent and watching horror movies changes society's thinking about crime? Let's see who just said hi, everyone. I think it's Connie. Hi, honey. And I just want to know what you guys think. And I want you to tell me honestly what you think. Do you think that our world, because of having horror movies and watching crime shows at home, or can they influence us enough that we feel differently when we learn about crime, when we see things, when we hear things, when we're interested in going and looking at things? Does it change our perspective? Does it make us softer? Does it make us, the caring side is not as caring because of the fact that you've seen so much of this, possibly change your forethought in your thinking? I really want to know. So you guys can put it in the chat. Hi, Mustang. And you guys can put down any of your channels. You guys have full permission for any of that. You know that. I've said that, and I will continue to say that. I love you guys, and there's nothing to it for me. I just care about you guys. I was raised by a cop. I think it made me interested. Yeah, because that's my thing. It took me a minute. I totally agree with you, D. It took me a minute to figure out what's Nikki's channel going to be about. Okay, she has cancer. Okay, there's a lot of cancer channels out there. There's a lot of people that post when they're having to do chemo or whatever. I want to touch on cancer definitely because it affects my life, but I don't want it to be the center of my conversation with you guys. I want something else. I want it to make it something else. I want to be able to take you to gardens. I want to be able to take you to really cool, maybe things and places that have not great reputations. You know what I mean? Reputations meaning as in any kind of thing that people believe, spirits and things like that. I personally, and I know you guys have seen that. Hi, oh hi Dayton, how you doing, honey? I've personally seen or have around me. I have crosses in my home, not too many, just my room. And they're from my father's, from his funeral. The priest gave me the cross. It's so honorable. So I have that up. I have just a mix of things. And you guys have probably seen I have Buddhas in a lot of places. And growing up, the Buddhas isn't what I don't honor the Buddhas. I honor them as far as what they mean to people and what they believe in. But I honor the Buddhas because I was raised that Buddhas were very good luck. And it was very good to especially rub a Buddha's tummy. So that's my thing with Buddhas is I honor them as far as, their religion and what they do for people. You bet I do. I honor everybody's religions. I honor everybody's anything. Atheist, I honor everything. Because what you are doesn't mean what I am. And it doesn't mean I don't have to like you. And it doesn't mean we don't have to get along. And that's where people get religion really screwed up. You know what I mean? What I believe and what you believe might be two different things, but it doesn't change my feelings for you. And that's where people need to stop and stop doing that to family members and other people in their lives. Diana, good evening to you too. Some movies are quite graphic. I don't like them. I never wanted to watch them at any age. And I'm in my 60s and I still don't like them. I like nice movies. I totally get you, Diana. I totally get that. I'm also a Hallmark watcher. I like the Hallmark movies. I like movies, you know what I mean? But I still I'll do rough movies. I'll watch them with my son, not as much anymore. But I did, and especially my husband. My husband loved gangster movies and cowboy movies, and yeah, he was all over. You like Buddhists too? You have one in your living room? Yeah, me too. I have one in my living room too. And we can all live together. I love that because it's respect. Carrie, I know, I love you too. Diana, that was a cool thing to say. And I think they do. I think they do change us. I think Halloween changes us. I think our beliefs change us and what we see. If we have older brothers and sisters and they watch scary things and they're watching us or things like that, definitely it can traumatize you. And I've talked to people before about this and what they think, and I've asked them if they think that it changes not their perception but their emotion. It changes the shock value. You know what I mean? It changes it's real life. It can happen in real life, and some of it is very non-fictional, but some of it, it's your choice whether you believe or not. But I definitely wanted to arise and bring that question up because I think it's something that it was good to talk about, and it was a good question to ask people because I know what I believe, but I just wanted to know what you guys believe. And by the way, I wanted to let everybody know this channel is an opinion channel. It is for entertainment value. It is personal opinions and ideas and nothing concrete. We don't make laws here. We don't make rules here. And we especially try not to disrespect people here. So that's a little disclaimer. And I just wanted everybody to know that this is just our personal ideas. And thank you. Thank you guys for trying to answer that the best you can. I appreciate it. Words have power. Boy, do they ever. And if you're influenced or you have older friends, and a lot of people did, they grew up with people that are, older than them, or they influenced them in different ways. And, definitely words have power. The thing I wanted to talk to you guys about too, besides the stories and stuff, is I wanted to talk to you about, that's a good point. Words do have power, but you have people out here writing the First Amendment as hard as they can, like they're bareback riding on a horse to the finish line, and they're insulting people. And how they explain it every single time is that they have the First Amendment. And I think, me personally, I think that language, personal opinions, they cross and they hurt as much as you punching that person right into the nose. Especially if you talk about people's children, people's animals. You insult people. That doesn't fly with me. This amendments were for us against the government. It was for us and our rights, so we knew them. It wasn't for people to take words, bad words, calling us names, and twisting the Constitution around to fit their narrative. I think that's a shame, and I think it's sad that we as humans support people like that. And here in Portland, we have several. And some of you know I've ran up against them. So, and I've gotten to tell them what I think of them. You know what I mean? Even with the biggest emotions that I could ever pour out of my body, I still got out what I wanted to say. And I think it's positive because it's positive that you released it. I didn't want to see it anymore, and I didn't want to live on that. I didn't want to live with those kind of people, knowing that those kind of people, I gave them room in my brain. I wanted to take them out of my brain and not give them any room because they didn't deserve it. It's not real patriotism. Patriotism is you loving where you live and being proud of it and being proud of the people that lost their lives for it. That's what patriotism is. All this other stuff that they keep coming up with and making up, and now you got to have this kind of hat and that kind of hat, and you have to be on this side or that side, or I'm just on Nikki's side. And I hope you guys feel the same way about yourselves, because I'm just on my side. And yeah, it is we the people, because it just feels like I don't want anybody to tell me. I have rights, and I want to be able to utilize those rights, And I love you guys so much. You live in Portland, Oregon? Yeah, Shannon, I do. I'm actually born and raised here. And then in my adult life, my husband and I moved to Las Vegas for almost 14 years and did really good there until I got hurt. So we came back because the doctors and the medical situation here is so much better. And Las Vegas in those days, they sent a lot of testing and reports that you would need. They would send them up to OHSU or Dornbeckers. So once I heard that, I was like, I just told my husband, I said, honey, I think that it's time to go back home. And it was time. Yes, I am keeping cool. It has been in the 80s here. I think it reached 90. I hope it doesn't bother you guys. If it does, I will shut it off. But I have a fan back here. I always put a fan every year on the patio because it's just good to have the heat circulating, the air circulating, and it doesn't become stagnant, So it's cool because it's not humid. It's not any of those things, There's a lot of bees out today. Here comes one right now. I'm watching him because he is huge. And I don't think he's going to bother me, but, you never know. Bees, I'm kind of, I've been stung a lot, living at the coast. And and building forts with boys and all that kind of stuff. I got stung with wasps and all kinds of stuff because you're playing and building tree houses in trees, so you're expecting it. But back to what I was saying, and I didn't get off on the tangent. 19th Amendment gives us women the right to vote. Never forget that. Ever, ever, ever. You go to any voting places, you can say it a million times. Yay, thank you, 19th Amendment. Should have always had it. Should have always been equal. But because we weren't, and we weren't treated equal, yay for us. We have the 19th Amendment. Beautiful. Oh, my goodness. You live in Klamath Falls? Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much. Mocha Mama, Shannon, Dayton. Oh, my gosh. Thank you. And you live in Klamath Falls. That's a beautiful area. There's some beautiful properties out there. Klamath Falls is very nice. Very, very nice, honey. That's a really, yay, Oregon. Thank you. Thank you for even watching. Mocha Mama, thank you. I appreciate that. It is very pretty, Mocha Mama. Yes, it is very pretty there. Thank you for saying that, because that's what I was trying to get out. The 14th Amendment. I'm not going to go over all the amendments. I'm just going to give you 2 today that you can always remember. 19 is we get the right to vote as women. And 14, I thought was very, very, very important. The 14th Amendment grants all citizens, persons, born or naturalized on the U.S. and on these, make these citizens equal protection of the laws. Yay! I love the 14th Amendment too, because it just shows you we're all equal. We start on the exact same platform as people, as when our parents have, our moms have birth. We start on the same grounds. We start on the same platform. We just do different things. Maybe as we get older, we get guided by family, friends, or others, teachers. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, to me, it's very important as teachers, too, that we are careful with some of what we say, only because these kids are they can become very, very, my teacher said it, so it's the truth. It's the gospel. My teacher can't be wrong. You can't do that. You know what I mean? You have to make sure that they know that you're a teacher, but you're a human too. Oh my gosh, I used to do that. That used to be one of my favorite things, is swim at night. I loved it. Loved it, loved it. You're so lucky. I'm jelly on that one. Mocha Mama she's in the pool. She's smart. Yes, go Ducks. Yeah, you're so funny. When I was a little kid and Nike came out, because of the spelling of my name, little kids in the class would always say, "Why did your mom name you Nike?" And I always go, you missed an I and a C. But the Nike office was right down the street from our house too. And it's funny because back in the 70s, don't laugh too hard, but back in the 70s, they used to come to your house and knock on your door in Beaverton, because I told you guys I grew up in Beaverton, Lake Oswego, in the suburb of Portland. And they came and started knocking on doors to get investors for the shoes, for Nike. And I still remember it as an adult. I still remember them knocking on the door, asking my parents for investment money. I remember it like it was yesterday. It's downpouring in Vermont. Wow. Do you get, is this normal, Andrea? Hi, Andrea. Is this normal for Vermont to get this kind of rain? I don't know. So I definitely need you to tell me. And I love to know the answer of that, because we have so much rain here, Nikki, I love what I catch you. My singing in the car. And that picture, and Carrie can attest to it, and I think she's still here, but the picture with Willie Nelson is really me and Willie Nelson. People have asked me that. Is that really Willie Nelson? Because it's down on my short some, and it was years ago. But she's a great person, great human. 94, he's 94. So whatever you read in the on the magazines or whatever, that's incorrect if they say 91. I've seen that a couple times and I'm like, no, Willie's 94. Oh, it is the time of the year. Yeah. Tanya, hi, hon. Oh, yeah. I just can't believe raining in almost July. Does it rain there in July? Are you guys every like do you have how many seasons do you get? I thought Vermont gets like the falls with the beautiful leaves and hi Andrew. Yes, it is you with Willie. Willie doesn't anymore, but we used to grow together with the band, and I've done a lot of exciting things in my life. I tell you guys this all the time. These aren't made up. These are true facts. So that particular picture was, I had just gotten off the stage with him. He had just got done performing, him in the band. And we were all allowed to be on the stage. And yeah, and I did some things on the stage. Not bad things. But the Zaza was going. Oh, okay. So you do have a spring, summer, and fall. You just have, you just get these weird like flash floods or something. Because Vegas used to get that in all through the summer, because it was like a monsoon season there. Yes, Carrie Stanberry, it was McMinimums. I was McMinimums. Yeah. And there was people out in the audience, and I think our friend Boomer and a couple other people, and they were calling my phone. And they were, you're on the stage. I see you. I was cracking. It was just couldn't. Yeah, that was definitely one a gold star moment for me in my life, to be on a live stage with a performer like that that's that well loved and full. I mean, it was packed, and he just has tons of love. People just love him, and he is a kind person. And so I have an autographed record from him. I still have my backstage on stage pass. The picture, yeah, just super cool, super cool, super cool. Yeah. And his wife was there. It was so sweet. And I've gotten the pleasure, and I believe Carrie has too, but I've had the pleasure of meeting his kids too, or two of his daughters and one of his sons, because they've performed for us at our festivals. And so I'm the hospitality manager generally. Carrie also does an important job and works with the people, and we just make everybody comfortable. That's was our past, and we make everybody happy and make sure they've got, VIP treatment, all the way to the backstages, and that's how you do and you treat people, and you don't do the yes sir and yes, you treat them like they're you, but you just give them the love that they're not expecting. Is that a good way to? I think I said it good, but yeah. So we've had the pleasure of having Lucas Nelson, Amy Nelson, Kathy Nelson. Yeah, we've had some really good times, very very good times. But yeah. So I've been really lucky and fortunate, but I've worked really super hard too. And a lot of the people in the festival owners, if they were sitting here right now, they'd say yes, she has. because a couple of years I did volunteer coordinating and hospitality manager at the same time. Ask me how I pulled that one off. I have no idea. With Carrie and a bunch of friends that kick it into gear and help you out, and it's fun to tell you guys stuff. I just don't. I wanted this, to kind of ease in some of the, who I am and what I've done kind of things, so you guys understand my passion that I have for this state. And the things that, it's required of a lot of us. And we couldn't sit down. We had to get up and we had to go and we had to march and make signs and speak in front of capitals so senators and Congress heard you loud enough, loud and clear. Lots of things. Spoke to diplomats, governors, all kinds of stuff. Oh my gosh, really? Wow. But Vermont, I've just seen the pictures are so gorgeous. And now you tell me if I'm wrong, Andrea. One of my very favorite movies is White Christmas. Isn't it in Vermont? Or wasn't it supposed to be filmed in Vermont? I think so. With Danny Kaye and Bing Crosby. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies. We are blessed, Carrie. We really are. We have done some really worked with some cool people, and Carrie's been right there with the program. It's taken a community, to get things done here, and some of the things we've slipped on, and we didn't slip with ourselves and what we believed in, but the governments, sometimes they were very very good at communicating with us and hearing our plights. And then we had some that didn't want to hear us at all. They didn't care what we said, what we believed in, similar to the NG case. Some people don't want to hear what you have to say. They don't care what we have to say. Oh, I'm looking at my hair. My hair's a little tweaked out today. I'm so sorry. I must have laid on it or something. Sorry, you guys. But yeah, with this case that we're all become a family over, and these other cases, and it's just a really big crime family, but the family itself just always wants to find some good answers. And if we can't find the good answers, we try to find some possible situation or some possible answer that it could be. We give ideas, and we hope that some of those ideas are picked up on. I will tell you this. I watch a lot. I spread it around. I watch so many of these different channels. I try because I want to be educated and I want to know what they know. You know what I mean? And if I missed something or said something incorrect, because I don't want to ever be false, say something false. And if I do, I'll try to catch it. And if I don't catch it right then and there, you can bet I'll come back to you guys and I'll say something, because that's just who I am. I don't have a problem admitting that part. This case is something else. And here we go with a couple tips down to Mexico. I love Mexico. Down to Mexico, but what was discovered? I didn't hear anything of being discovered. Now, if something was discovered and I missed it, correct me. I'm trying to keep going to the chat. I'm trying to get better at this and watching you guys. I know when it gets busy at some point, I'm not going to be able to do that. But right now, I like to interact. I want you guys to know who I am, So at least if I ever get 23 friends again on here at one time, or I'm happy. You know what I mean? I just waited today for 6 was cool with me to start. You know what I mean? I would have started with 2 or 1. If I wouldn't have gotten anybody else for the first couple minutes, it's okay with me. Because I know who I am. I know that I have a lot to say, and I know I have a lot of good things to say. And I'm tired of watching the negative. I'm tired of people making channels because they talk bad about people and they talk bad about other streamers. And I think that's so uncool. And I think it makes them uncool. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's how I feel about it. Because if all your channel is about other people slamming other people and insulting them, that's probably not where that's not my gig. You know what I mean? People have had enough drama and negative in their lives. We still get it in the chats when people come in and they don't like you. You know, we deal with it there. Oh, Dee, I love you too. Thank you, thank you, Dayton. Thank you, Andrea. Filmed in California. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. You know, because it makes you think. I think they even say I think they use the word Vermont, or, you know, they say that's where they are, I believe. Um, Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you, Diana. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it was false on Mexico. So these people keep sending everybody in circles, but these people that they so-called don't like or don't want to be respectful to and say thank you or anything else are the ones that got blisters on their feet or dirty hands and dusty faces when they're done looking. That's who it is. Someone's car was really screeching. Sorry about that. I hope that I stopped it a little bit. Oh my gosh, Shannon, thank you. And yes, oh my gosh, Dee, thank you. And if I ever go in if you guys ever think I'm like down or I'm not being myself, then please tell me. Please tell me, because I am on quite a bit of medicine. I think I've got it handled, but who knows? I pray for the best. I pray for the best. I listen. I try to follow instructions, even though I'm very independent minded. I try to follow instructions, especially my doctors, because they definitely know better than me. But I know my body. So I want to give myself every chance, not just medical science of today. I want to give myself a chance on every level. I heard somebody talk about CBNs today, and I was just, and it was a streamer, and it was out of the blue, and they weren't even really talking about Zaza, and it just made me think, what? How do you know about CBNs? So I was just, my ears perked up, because there's a lot of people with a lot of knowledge, you know what I mean? They just sometimes need somewhere to say it, and especially if they're being truthful. But like I said, the ones that aren't, and I catch them in little fibs right at the beginning of their shows, and that's what really turns me off, and wondering how you would like it if people dug so deep into you that it would take you 10 years to try to see straight again. I mean, it's very sad. To me, it's very sad. You are a very good friend. Carrie, thank you for saying that, but everybody doesn't believe that I'm a good friend. You know that. Everybody has their own opinions, Here's the dogs. Hold on. No. No. Did you guys hear me? Do I block it good? I don't know. I don't know what you can hear on there until I start wearing the headphones. But hopefully that'll be Tuesday. I'm praying. I got to get with Dee Dee and see what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right. So I can have more people. If I want to do a panel, I can have a panel and have you guys up here. I would love to be able to do that. So, and I think I know, I really do. I think it sits right in front of my face, like she's told me before. but I'm scared. I just need that reassurance that, that's what I do. Thank you. That Mexico thing, that really just tripped me out, to be honest. To see those, I mean, we've had groups. We've gone out to the homeless, Carrie knows. We've done the homeless, we've done the to the bottom of anybody could think of. The worst of the worst that needs medical attention immediately. Um, Two, why are you out here? Do you just want to live this way? So we've gotten such a mix of that, but still tried to help the best of our abilities. I'm so funny. I get that a lot, but I'm not that one where I could sit there and make up a comedy act. It's with my friends and my family, and I'm kind of a smart aleck. So that's when I just go, yeah, okay. And, like I said to that one person that one day, and everybody was like, you don't have to worry about trolls. And they were right. You know what I mean? Because they are everywhere. So you don't really have to, if you guys want to do what you guys want to do with them while you're on those chats, have at it. It's fine with me. And then when I do and can have mods, I can't wait till that. I mean, I'm sure that's when I'm a big girl. I'm getting there. It's the views. I'm low on my views. So if my views go up and I reach that 3,000 mark or whatever, then I'll be monetized. But that's what it is. It's views. It's the length of views. So I don't get views. And check this out. It's not the views on shorts. Shorts don't help you. And I didn't even know that. And you see, I really didn't. I do them all the time. I love shorts. I love singing in the car. You know what I mean? So I'm still going to keep doing that for as long as I can. You know what I mean? So make you look into Charlie. And oh, where's my pen? Where's my pen? I got my paper. Okay, honey, I'm writing down right now. Okay. Hey, that name. That name. There is a lot of that name. And that name is also in country. That's very interesting that you're saying that. Wow. See, you never know. Mm-hmm. Sure will. And I want to know who it came from. Andrea's thoughts. Hey, you guys, Andrea's got a channel too. Andrea, put your channel out, would you, hun? The link. Whoever else got a channel, please put your channel out. Carrie, you got a channel, and you're gonna do your naturals and stuff, all your face and all that stuff, and your wellness. You need to put your channel out too, sweetheart. And whoever else. I'm not meaning to leave anybody out. Melly, hi, honey. Hi, Melly. Oh, I'm so glad you came over. So kind of you. So kind of you. Okay, I got that, Andrea. I'm gonna look at that, and you can. I have my email on my information. You guys are welcome to email me to anytime. And if you want to go more than that and share, personal information and talk that way, I have no problem with that. I already do that with a couple people. It's not a problem for me. Oh, let's see. Melly's just saying hi. And Dee saying hi to Melly. I love you guys. Okay. So I'm going to start this beautiful evening I mean, we've been talking for 45 minutes. We've just been chatting. And I just love that. I love that we can do that. It's just so cool to me. But I'm going to start a couple things. And this is very interesting. I was driving somewhere one day and I saw a face. You know how everybody does the graffiti, but they do like the MLKs and the, Malcolm X's and, all that kind of stuff. And I saw this lady on this particular wall and I didn't recognize her. And you know how I love my history. And I thought to myself, how do I not know who that is? So I went and looked her up and I wanted to investigate. And there was dates around the person and everything like that. So I just thought, wow. Caught in the act. Hi. Is it caught in the act? Did I say that right? Count the act. You're new here. Hi, honey. Welcome. Well, it's just chill here. So, Sharon, hi, honey. Nice to see you too. And like I said, Melly, it's really nice to see you too, honey. And yeah, I love you guys. But I saw this lady and I just got so curious. And so I wanted to investigate and find out who it was. No, nothing really crazy in her death or demise or unaliving. Nothing crazy like that. But just crazy that I didn't know who it was. And that's what bothered me. And everybody in the world, if a person was so important to our civil rights and things like that, we should know who they are, regardless if they're black, white, brown. It doesn't matter their walk of life. If they had a one little thing to do with any of our civil rights or anything with this country, I have to have respect because I don't know their plight. I only know what I read now, Andrea, I think I got it. I think I'm going to show it. Shouldn't it come up? Where'd it go? Come on. There it is. Nikki rewatched the video. Dee Dee did. Oh, you rewatched the video. And the other day on how to use StreamYard, I used it so I can learn too. Yes, I'm going to do that. I want to sit. She knows how to like turn it on and turn it off. I tried it earlier before I got on here because I wanted to be on time. So I have been sitting here for a while and just kind of getting my lemonade and stuff like that. I hope all of you guys have something to drink, something to zaza or something that whatever you like to do to relax you. No judgment here at all. I don't do that. It's not for me. Oh, Sharon, thank you. Welcome. Welcome, Sharon, everybody. New. Sharon Crawford, 76. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope you'll enjoy coming to this channel. We're going to do these stories on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. And then the other days, I will try to either, depending on doctors and stuff like that, I'll try to fit in something cool, something different. We did the Japanese garden. I wasn't able to put the volume on. The gentleman that runs that Japanese garden that I took you guys to, he suggested I didn't because all the instruments and tools were so loud. They had those, the things that break the concrete to move concrete and stuff, the loud, those things, the guns or whatever they're, I can't, I'm drawing blanks, sorry. The family had a grudge against the Cookies for many, many years. Nice. That's going to be a very interesting reading. That's going to be a very interesting reading. Thank you. That's going to be very interesting. And I know some people ask me, how can I be religious or a Christian and be like this kind of stuff? It's just because it's exactly what I'm doing. I've flipped it around to learn how to love the people that are lost and aren't here and give them respect because of the circumstances. And God can't get mad at me for that. He really can't. And to show you things that I believe that exist, God wouldn't want you to be in a corner. God wouldn't want you to judge people. The final judgment is when you're gone. And that's not the religious side. That's just the ending of our existence here as, humans. We have to go somewhere, you know? So I saw you on JLR the other day. Nikki, I love you. Oh, Cherberg, thank you. That is so sweet of you to even say that. I love your name too. It's so cute. Sharon, oh, you saw me on JLR too? Well, I'm trying to get on there and not be dumb. Like there's been a couple times I think he's called or something and I was prepared and then the question went to another thing and I was still back at the other, So I was like, oh gosh, come up with something, Nick. So but he is to me, somebody bad couldn't help a lot of people. So I just don't believe that. I believe that your personal life is your personal life. You can disagree with me. It is your right to do that, all of you. I'll just say this. I was a Bill Clinton fan. I was. I really thought when he was president, I thought he was a great president. He did a lot for a lot of people. But when it came to the personal stuff and the dress and all that kind of stuff, I just felt like all the judgment was coming from all the news stations, all the local news, all the CNNs, all the ABCs, all those people were giving him the hardest time. And I felt like being married for as long as I was at that time, I felt like, geez, do I want everybody in the world to know what's between me and my husband? I know he runs the free world, but yet and still, is it my business that he's with this person and not with his wife? I didn't think so. It just didn't feel like it was my business, so I always carried that. My friends would ask me different things or laugh about things and I would giggle with them, but I would tell them beyond that, ain't my business. That's between him and Hillary. Yes, jackhammer. Oh, that is. Thank you. Yes, they were jackhammering. And then it was extremely loud. And he was just kind enough. He didn't want to turn me away. And he was just so nice. And so he said, yeah, go in and film, but you just didn't want to turn it on. And I understood that. So that hopefully answers the question for some of you why it was silent that day going through the Japanese garden. It was just because of the machinery. Yeah, thank you so much for the jackhammer. I needed that because I could not for the life of me. Thank you, Nikki. I'm trying really hard. Andrew's thoughts. I'm only doing videos right now. I really have to learn. Hello. Okay, I was looking for your email. I couldn't find it. Okay, my email. My email is, actually, I'm going to put it right in the chat. Duh, Nikki. So any of you that are in here right now, my 20 closest friends, you guys, you can email me anytime because I'm learning too. And I think that's the point, is that we're all learning together. And that was my point with the JLR. He's such a doll to help people get where he thinks they should get. It's so cool because people do not do that. People would rather watch you scuffle, watch you keep, asking people to do this, to do that, and not bring you on a platform, not talk to you and ask you your opinion. That is so cool. Whatever people, negative Nancy's out there, sorry, no pun for what we're doing, no pun. But those people, They need to really get their own personal life together and not worry about JLRs. Sorry, but that's how I feel. And I would say that about any of you if it came up on any of you. I would say that same thing in defense because your business is your business, guys and gals. Sorry, but Nikki's kind of weird, I guess, but that's just how it is for me. I just want to be kind to people and I want people to be kind and I want to talk about people that don't get talked about, and I think that part's sad. Okay, here it comes, you guys. Hopefully it's right because you know how I do gmail.com. There you go. Should come on up. Come on up. Come on up. There it is. Sherry, I love that name. I do too. I love it. So anyway, that's my thoughts on JLR. More than that, I think people should leave him alone about the super chats and those things. That he works very, very hard. He's not lazy, and he goes to a lot of places. And I know that's expensive because I know I haven't been able to really take you guys outside of Portland really too much. You know what I mean? And I understand. So, people tease him and make fun of him for that. But yet and still, the people that are making fun of him and teasing him or teasing Ted are getting stuff given to them because they're talking bad about these people. So really, in retrospect, in my hindsight, it's really JLR and Ted and Alex and all them are making those people money because they're talking about them in a negative fashion. That's what I think. Oh, you've had that nickname since I have a lot of nicknames. I don't know if y'all want to hear them all. Saint Nick during Christmas, always Saint Nick. Especially my friends that I've known like for 40 plus years. It's always Saint Nick. Other times, with my family and with my dad, Nicholas, that I was named after, it's Nick. He'll call me Nick, and he's Nick, and he'll call me Nick. And my mom and my stepfather and those guys, they always called me Red, because I had really I'm not sure the color of this, a gray, dull red. I'm not sure what it is. But I used to have super, super fire red hair. I've kidded. Patrick, I'm not sure what that is. Can anybody tell me what's going on with Patrick Green? Yeah, Melly, I'm Nikki. Patrick, you can also start by going there. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Patrick. I was looking at it, because I'm still new to all this, so I'm a learner. I just go, can you tell me what that is? Andrea's thoughts. You love JLR. Yeah, he's a nice person. It's unfortunate about some of past things, but very honest about it and upfront. And people can change. I know it. I am a firm believer in people changing. And they just have to want to for all different reasons, The love of family, the love of a good man, the love of a good woman. Solid solid factors will really get you enthralled with people if they're solid, and they say what they do and they do what they say, just food for thought on that one. But sorry, Nikki, I need to say, oh no, don't you ever be sorry, Melly. Melly, please. Share Bear, question marks. What's wrong with question marks? What's wrong, hon? What do you want to ask? Everyone has a past and shouldn't be Share Bear. That's for you. And I don't have a button yet. But I did real clapping. I'm really honored to have you here, and I'm honored to even know you're in my chat and around me. Thank you. That is a great person. All of you guys are great people, and I appreciate it so much. Pooh Bear is cute too. That is so cute. Somebody needs to do that one. That is adorable. That really is. No fooling. I like that one. I like it. My friend would say, I like it. I like it a lot. You love that jailer is working hard to redeem some of his past history and does good. I don't judge him by the past, what he's doing now. He's very helpful to everyone and very. And that's a big thing for me, the respect. And even if he didn't help me or help anybody, Alex, help anybody else, Ted, help any of us, it's still the respect. It's still how you respect one another and talk about one another, with respect. So I'm so glad to know that so many of you feel the way I feel. The question marks were about Patrick. I've never seen Patrick in here before. Patrick is new to us. Let's see if Patrick comes around again. Thank you for saying that. I love that you guys are just being very aware. That's very kind. But yeah, so I just think that, all these good factors can help you with your positivity. If you have somebody solid in your life, that is a big deal. If people are willing to ride that train with you, it's going to be a rough train ride because there is some track missing. You know what I mean? There's some track missing. There's some doctor's appointments, and there's some of this, and there's some of that. And you know what I mean? Are you prepared for this? I'm already a strong person. You know what I mean? I already been told that, a bazillion times by my husband, that I could do anything if I put my mind to it. I can't do anything, though. I can't do some of these things and fix that kind of stuff. No way. I have to ask for help. Luckily, I have friends that come and help me. Hey, Bible. Yep, I am. Oh, thank you. I love the channel, and I use personally. And you as person. Thank you. That means a lot. Knowledgeable, and it's refreshing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, if you guys were right here, I would get you guys lemonade. Everybody would be drinking lemonade right now. If you put something in it, that's up to you. But I would provide the lemonade for sure. Because you should be comfortable. You should be comfortable. You don't see my email? Okay, it's Nikki, capital N, just like I spell it. Gates, Gates, just like Bill, 1969 at gmail.com. Oh, you're welcome, and thank you. Thank you. You're so sweet. I appreciate you, all of you. Oh, you're drinking green tea? What? That is so good for you. Oh my gosh, yes. So good. Before I went live, yeah, I'm caught. I'm caught. It was looking a little bit. Praying for a good show. Praying for some, to give you guys good content and give you some good substance, and some good things, to think about and make you come back, and you'll want to come back, I want that. I don't want anybody to ever think they have to rush over. Oh, Nikki might have the answers to this. I just want you to come and be chill and just be you. I'm not expecting anything else from anybody. Just you. Wow. Oh my gosh. Me too. Not twice though, honey. Wow. Diana, you are a hero. You're a hero to a lot of people. Wow. She was diagnosed twice. Twice. I've only had it once, and look what I'm going through. I mean, I will be honest with you, and Carrie knows this. When I got diagnosed with the breast cancer, with the metastatic, I ended up getting cancer on my nose. So I had this huge cancerous, it just came out of nowhere, grew so fast. And it was literally right here on the side of my face and nose. And so I had to go to dermatology, because of the nose and everything. And he told me, oh, you're going to have to go have another surgery. And I was looking at him like, are you one of those people that just want to push me into surgery, surgery, surgery? I think I've had enough of those in my life. I'm not wanting to be pushed to, I would like alternative ideas first, please. But it's gone. And I think barely there's scars, but yeah, it came out of nowhere. So I had two different types of cancer at the same time. And it was a melanoma. And I'm a redhead, and golfing and sun and, years and years in Vegas. It did its damage to me, and it just happened to come out at the same time. They just kind of worked off of each other. It was very, very odd. Oh, you know it from A to Z? Oh, you are so lucky. I have another one that a friend just gave me, the friend that I went over that has cancer, that Carrie and them were trying to get a hold of me for that day. I need to call him too and check in. But he gave me Read the Bible in a Year book. And I thought that was the sweetest thing, that he could give me. I thought it was very kind. Oh, Dee, you have to go. Oh gosh. Yeah, Dee. Thank you, honey. Thank you for just coming. And if you want to check it out later on, sweetheart, you surely can. You surely can. Oh, good night. Good night to Virginia. Good night to you. I hope there's a beautiful moon for you today and tonight, and some beautiful stars. Okay, Doug and is it Zaffy? Doug, you're gonna have to correct me on that, Doug. Doug is new to the channel, you guys. Everybody say hi to Doug. He's new. Hi, Doug. This is a mellow channel. We don't do a lot of bashing or anything like that here. We're pretty mellow and chill. And we talk more about positivity, and I give stories about people that aren't here anymore and the ones that don't get talked about. And so we basically bring them back up and give them a moment of silence and yeah, that kind of stuff, and try to do the best we can. Yeah, so. And there's Patrick again. I can't read it, Patrick. Oh my gee, I'm so scared of getting cancer. You know what? It was 1 in 8, 2.5 years ago when I got diagnosed with cancer. And I have 2.5 more years to fight. And it was 1 in 8, and now it's 1 in 3 in 2.5 years. I think that's ridiculous. If you really want to know the truth, I think that's foolish. We have to figure it out. I know we have the answers. I know we do. If they can shove us in machines and radiate these issues, then we've done something out here in the environment and they know what it is. And if I wish someone would tell us. And I know there's people out there that have said the microwave oven and said, different things over, anything that radiates that isn't something that's supposed to be saving your life. And I know the microwave is a big one of those. And it's kind of weird because back in the 70s, when we got our first microwave, I remember my mom had to sign up for microwave classes at Sears because they had to teach the women how to run a microwave and tell them what the microwave was doing. Isn't that crazy? You have to learn some kind of way, and you have to, and you have to be prepared, for the next best thing that the world comes up with, So I'm just putting a little light on it. But yeah, you have to prepare for yourself for what the world's going to do next. So, okay, Andrea, I am too here to share. Bear, my mom suffered with bone cancer. Your sister has the blood cancer, right? I remember, Andrea, you telling me. Told me on a post, on a chat or something one time. I want to say a moment for Andrea, if you guys don't mind, for her sister fighting the blood cancer and her mom that's already gone from bone cancer. And I'd like to just pray. And you can pray to yourself. It's just a moment of silence. That's all it is. And if you don't pray and you don't want to do that, that's okay too. You could just be you. That's all I want here is people that are authentic and themselves. Can I ask you, if you don't mind, Andrea, can you say your sister's name? Oh, your sister did pass away. Nikki, read it farther. I missed that. You know what? I know why. Andrea, I want to read this completely. So much better. Oh, thank you. I needed to switch. I'm so sorry. Andrea, I apologize, sweetheart. So I'd like to just do my moment of silence for both of them. And you don't have to give her name, honey. I apologize for that. You know what that is, Andrea? You're here to keep their names alive, keep the memories alive, and to tell people about it and tell people about them. You give education too, honey. You just educated me. And I am so sorry. In the late 60s, I said, mustard and aerosol deodorant. Mom threw it all. Oh. Goodness gracious. Do you really want to know what I think about people that have passed with cancer? Gosh darn it, you guys. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. One day I'll be somewhere locked in a little area and I won't have that. I'm sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, Mel, 1152. She lost her mom at 48 years old. At 55 years old, at 50, and she has been, excuse me, she was 48. It's been 55 years. I hope, did I get that correct? My goodness, Nikki. These glasses are so much better. You guys have no idea. The reading is, it just went from like a 5 to 10, 10, 10. You know, it just so much better. Thank you for the toughest thing ever. My sister was my best friend. And I guess it just made me. Yes, Andrea, it made you stronger. And it was supposed to make you talk about them. And you're supposed to keep them alive through your memories and the things that you talk about, honey. So please always remember that. It took me a long time in life to figure out it's us here that have the problems. The people that have already gone, they don't have the problems anymore. It's us. We're the selfish ones because we don't want to let go. You know, it took me a long time to get that figured out. What time is it here? It is 8:46. And you guys can see, whoop, gosh, Nikki, don't wreck the place. My goodness. You can see a little bit that I have Patriot Pride playing. So I didn't ask their permission to put the sound on, so I don't think Adam would care, but I didn't ask. So I just have left it just sitting there, just glancing at it. I was just wondering, yeah, the RN gentleman, I don't know what to think. I've tried my very best. I've listened to him on several channels, and I've just tried my very best. Janice, yes, condolences. Lexi, oh, thank you for coming through here. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm just grateful, and I just feel like I'm just lucky. You know, I did thank the Almighty. I thanked Him for me waking up today. I always try to do that. I have slipped a couple days, and I thought to myself, you know what? You are just, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say, Nikki, you're not a good Christian, because people do that. And then I'm judging myself again. And we aren't perfect. We are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And I will never be. Ask any of my children. I'm just kidding. I think sometimes they're on here. And my granddaughter. Yes. Your mom left in 2014. Yeah, mine is still here, but she is definitely going through some changes. She has been for a minute. 84. That's why I kind of keep looking at this case kind of with a really kind of a different fine-tooth comb, I guess, is because I keep not comparing it to my mom, but being the same age, there's got to be some mannerisms in that age bracket that is similar, you know? So I'm kind of in that little, I can do it myself kind of thing. I get it because I'm a strong person, like I said, and it takes a lot for me to ask for help. It took a lot for me to just even put up that thing on the end of my banner, because I'm not really that person. But I was asked and told that it would be suggested to do that. So I did. Do I care for it very much? No, not really. I don't really expect people to do, give their hard-earned money. YouTube already kind of asked you of that, later on when you want to be members and stuff like that, and when you do super chats and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of how I feel. And, and my love is not costing $1. It doesn't cost anything. I feel that way regardless. I used to tell my husband all the time that if we needed to live in a tent, I would do it. And he used to say, are you, the family you come from, are you kidding me? A tent? Didn't matter, because I loved him that much. Didn't matter. Things change in your life. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. It comes and goes. You know, it comes and goes. And that's what it is. And I think that it's the friendships and the genuine things that you form with people. It's not what people can give you, but it's their love and their reciprocation of good conversation and showing up and being there for you. And that's the big sign of loyalty for me. And you're a sweet spirited. Yeah, I just know that I'm not that person. That's why I'm never going to judge anybody, but I'm never going to shun away and be embarrassed, because I know there's people that are embarrassed about their religions, and I'm not ever going to be embarrassed. I have too much to lose to be embarrassed. No, I just have to be real and keep it real. And if I don't do that, then I am not. This is not the right channel for me or you. If I can't keep it real and I'm not going to be honest, then this is not, I'm not doing the right thing. And that's where I would definitely question myself personally. Life does have many changes, Diane. Many, many changes. And for me, huge changes. The TBI, I think you guys know a little bit. I got the TBI first, and that's what brought us back to Portland because of all the results and the test that I had to do in Las Vegas. It was better medical here in the Northwest at that time. Medical has really improved tremendously there. And I will say the dentistry field in Las Vegas, very good. That has always been good. So it's a catch-22 because with the damage on the bottom jaw for me, boy, I'd like to be there because of their dentistry. Their dentistry programs are so great. And we've done some cancer dentistry programs, me and my oncologist. We've called some different places where they do help people like us, like me and other people that get cancer. And it damages their jaws or their mouths or, their thyroid, because I have thyroid damage also from the radiation, did that. And the others did the teeth, and they're working on this. And the top teeth, I don't have even a cavity, but the bottoms, and I never really had problems with my teeth. And that's a hurting feeling that they're all messed up, Time out. Melly is okay. I like to laugh at Alex. Oh, you're so funny, Kim. Kim, nice to see you, sweetheart. You're great. Thank you so much, Nikki. You're a blessing to me now. Oh, Andrea, I just want to be the real deal. Yeah, I saw so much inconsistency with even females on YouTube and some of the things that they thought they had to say to get viewers and I thought to myself, can't anybody just be a positive channel, keep it 100 and talk about anything they want to? Isn't that possible? And I thought, you don't have to just do one particular thing. Like I said, I don't have to do it on cancer because cancer's covered. There's so many cancer videos. And God love my sisters and brothers. They are fighting like me. And you have those extra things that you have to do, and you have to come up with different things. So now the responsibility of my bottom jaw is on me, which is so terrible. And I have prayed about it over and over and over again. And that was one of the things that probably drew me closer to is when I found out this. And it just felt like one more thing. What else could you do to Nikki? I've lost my hair. I'm finna lose my teeth. I lost some things. What else? What else do you want to damage? You can't damage my mind and my heart. You can't. My heart is great. I have a great heart. And I have a heart for people. And I know that can't be damaged. And I just want to say that. Kim, thank you. I like you too, sweetheart. Oh, Cherberry. Yeah, it's just, no preaching. Just wanted to, I told you I'm just going to keep it. What kind of vitamins do I take? Oh my gosh. Every kind. You see how great my hair is growing? It's growing. I'm doing my cannabis shampoo still. I take, right now, they have me on the D because of the sun, but the sun is coming out, so that's great. And I can tell, even with a little blush on my sides, I can tell that my skin is definitely getting a nice little glow to it and a nice little tan. So maybe I'll stop having to take those. You know what I mean? Because they're horse pills. And I'm tired of taking all the horse pills. Oh, thank you, Melly. You have to shine bright too because you're here. That's what I told you guys. If you are anywhere interested in this channel and you're here at all, you have to be the same kind of people because I only attract those kind of people. I attract good people, or my heart and my soul does. So I know you're good people. Hi, dirty Diana Dee. Hi, honey. But that's the thing about it is, good people have to show themselves. They have to show that they're not perfect. There are good humans out here that really give a darn. And it's not fake and phony. And you just have so much phoniness out there on some of the platforms that they don't keep it 100 and they just want to talk about people. And to me, somebody said earlier, and I don't know which one it was of you, but I think you're still here. You said words do hurt. And I agree with you because I told you about some of these people that want to walk around and film everything here in Oregon. They're not nice. Some of them are really not nice. And they want to say God bless. And they want to say all these things. And I'm thinking to myself, God bless. You don't have a clue, God bless. You couldn't because you just chewed somebody out on your platform and called them all kinds of names. And now because they walk away from you, it's oh, I guess God love you. God bless you. What? You're being a hypocrite. Be who you are, because that's all God wants you to be, is who you are. God doesn't want you to be fake. God doesn't want you to be phony. Neither does Buddha. Neither does any of the other religions. They don't call for that. They don't call for fake and phony. They call for real. And there's just not enough out here. And I left Facebook alone. And I've told you guys that. I have a Facebook. I used to have a public platform Facebook back in the day because of all my speaking and stuff, and I used to have somebody run it for me. I couldn't keep up with everything that everybody wanted to talk about and say and all that, so I had a really nice person helping me, and I was grateful in those days. But I got tired of people saying bad things about their family. I really did. I really got tired of people saying bad things about their family. And I said, if I see one more thing from one more person that I know that says something wrong about their family and puts it on a Facebook platform, I'm gone. I have to leave because it's not mature anymore for me. It's not mature enough. And it's not honest enough. Because if you really had a problem with your family member, you would go to your family member and talk to them face to face. You wouldn't put it on a platform to get attention and hurt their feelings. So now they may say they forgive you, but they're always going to remember the words that you said to them because they're your family. So you have to think about stuff like that. Inner strength. There's a tremendous amount of nasty, very unhealthy people on YouTube, in the YouTube world. That's why I want to be here. Because I want somebody to see not nasty. I want somebody to see somebody that really keeps it as real as you can without crossing a line or hurting somebody's feelings, or I'm just not into that. You know, if somebody walks up to me and I don't like the dress that they're wearing and they ask me, Nikki, do you like the dress I'm wearing? I just got this, da 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 da. I'm probably just going to say, do you like it? Doesn't matter if I do. It only matters if you do because you're wearing it. It's things like that that we have to start the inner strength. That's why I love your name, Inner Strength, for that reason, because we have to get that. We have to, especially as females, we have to grab that and bring it back to us. You know, some of us have gotten knocked down and not in good ways. And sometimes we need to have somewhere where we can say what we want to say. We can talk about what we want to say, and the person isn't going to judge me. And the person isn't going to kick me out. I bypass the question and just say they look beautiful. Thank you. I think that's a beautiful thing, Inner Strength, to say. Everyone has challenges in life, and we all need kind, caring people. Yes, we absolutely do. So the people around you influence your mindset. I choose positivity, encouragement. Me too, Melly. Me too. Me too. I come from that, even though my mom's going through what she's going through as an older person. I come from that. My mom was that lady that came in your room every morning before school and was like the happiest person in the world. And she wanted you to be the happiest person in the world getting up for school. And you would be like, get out of my room, please. So, you know, it's just thank you. Thank you, Diana. You have been a gem. And I still want to bother you. Hopefully you'll let me bother you tomorrow or something if you're not too busy. She's a busy lady. And she's such a good mama. She's such a good mommy too. She's a good lady. And she's very kind to help. Just like I said about JLR, Alex, Ted. And I love Ted, you know, because he'll say, oh, I don't know that person. You'll say, oh, well, Nikki's saying hi or something. He'll say, I don't know that person. And then he'll look and he'll see me and he'll go, oh my gosh, I watch you all the time. And I crack up because I'm like, they just said my name, Ted. I don't go by an AKA. I go by me. And that was another thing I didn't want to do. I didn't want to be someone I wasn't. I wanted to be Nikki Gates. That's who I am. You can look me up, dox me, you can do whatever. I just want to be real and keep it 100. I don't know how Dee Dee does it either. And she is a great, she's a good person at what she does for a living too. She's just all around good. And she found me, I found her, and it's been beautiful. And I put her and Alex on one of my shorts today when he got surprised that I was at her house, and we surprised him and hid the look on his face and going back in his chair and stuff. I had to do it. I had to. I don't know if Dee Dee, I hope it was okay. Carrie Stanberry, hi, honey. Thank you. And you say yes to, what you saying yes to, babe? Yes, I agree. That is why I love your channel, the kindness and positivity. Yeah. And like I told you guys, if I come and I'm not right and you guys can sense it, because you can sense it. And I know Carrie can, because she'll call me on the phone. Probably Diana will too. And they'll be like, what's wrong with you? You know, because if you see me any different than this, it's pain or, you know, dealing with what's life, you know, it's life. Life throws you a lot of curveballs, you know, that you have to try to either hit, but you try not to foul out, you know? Oh, Cher, I just love all of you guys so much. Yes, Inner Strength, so appreciate. Oh my gosh, Marv Graham 550 in Oregon too. Another clap for an Oregonian. I clap for all of you guys, but I just think it's cool that we find each other, you know, and I want that to happen with all of you in your states. I want people to start finding people so we can make this community big and beautiful and a positive community, you know, and we can flush out a lot of the negative stuff, because with all of us, who's going to want to be negative around us? Yes, Melly, me too. Two. I'm worried about that, Andrea. That's what, not the cost so much. Yeah, they're gonna charge me. But the cost, it's, they're gonna do it on a sliding scale. So that's kind of cool. Um, it's gonna be a trail. It's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be a ride. It's gonna be something else. Kim Wells, 16.99. With the real Kim Wells, please stand up. Danny, you're so funny. Oh my gosh, that was the best. So you guys think I'm funny? You said that? I think she's funny. She writes little funny things, you know what I mean? She's really good at communicating on these platforms for people, and people love to see her in the platforms. I get excited when I see Diana because I don't know. I feel like maybe I have more confidence, or that person's here that's got my back, kind of thing. Maybe that's what it is, you know, that might be what it is. But I have some beautiful stories tonight. I would love to tell you. Savannah knows her heart breaks her own sister. Craig, Paul. There's some real problems there. There's some real problems there. I was afraid that they weren't as close as people were maybe portraying. And it's body language. A lot of it's body language. And to me, you would have sister to sister when you're coming down and putting your flowers down in your card. You wouldn't have your husband in the middle of two sisters. That's what you don't do. That's my opinion. And everybody's entitled to it. But I wouldn't have put my husband in the middle. And my husband was a great shoulder for a lot of women to lean on. He helped a lot of women that their men weren't being very kind to them. My husband would correct that. And in different ways, and man-to-man ways, and things that he wouldn't even let me be involved in, and especially in our cannabis community. He would... he was that guy. He did security for backstage for all the events. He did security for the Trailblazers. He was that guy. He was, you always felt really comfortable, kind of like around Alex. You feel like somebody's got your back, or somebody has got you, And so that Mike was that for me. And the things that I did and the life that I led and the stages that I was on, he was always right there. He either was security or he was cheering me on. And he was proud of me. And I think that's what's probably the toughest about doing a channel, starting something new in your life. You want someone to be proud of you, like that. That's what you miss. Yeah, Greg, the financials are, they said that they went ahead and paid the taxes. And I have no reason to doubt it. But I thought for quite a while they were late on the taxes and they didn't have the money raised for them, I thought. But that could have been an inconsistent, somebody saying that, and it could have been inconsistency on that. I think Shannon and Noel grab towards the end of NICKIE'S. Oh, that is so sweet. Okay, what does that mean? Are they going to have one too? Yeah, it should have been. I don't think the husband should have been in the middle. But like I said, that's me. My husband is I just told you guys, he was that guy. Everybody, girls wanted to have hugs from him all the time because he was a good hugger. And so he gave me that, and I became such a good hugger, and I didn't mind. You know what I mean? The jealousy, I wasn't jealous. I wasn't jealous at all because I knew who he was. And They can hurt so bad. And when you've got these people out here on these formats and they are out here screaming at people and calling them names and telling them what to do with their lives, I can't do that. I can't tell somebody what to do with their life. Nobody. Not even my grandkids. I won't, because it's not for me. Their path is their path. Everybody's got their own path. And if I interfere on something and don't just love them for what they're doing, if there's something that they're not doing correctly, of course, you know what I mean? But they're not going to want to talk to me because that's what they do. If they do something that's not copacetic, 9 out of 10 times my grandson won't, he'll avoid me. I will stay in Alex and Juice. His chat's not timed out. Oh, thank you, honey. When I saw the family on television, it was weird. Something really weird, Janice. Something's just off. And to put your husband in the middle and the way his hand fell down, and you don't do that. You're sister to sister. This is your mom. You're supposed to be hugging your sister. You're supposed to be loving your sister. It's you guys. It's your family. Your husband's there, and it's great for the support. But your sibling, it's you and your siblings fighting this, trying to figure out what's going on with your mom. Yeah, your husband wants to help the son-in-law for what he says, but you should have been sister to sister. Your mother would have loved it that way. And I didn't know her, and I still almost think that she would have loved it that way. What's that? Piggy kill? Yes, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really, really cool. You miss seeing your grandkids? Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. Oh my gosh. Marv Graham, I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine it. Can't imagine that. That's one that I can't imagine. I can't. I can't even imagine the kids, let alone the grandkids. And I have such a special bond with my grandkids. I only have two, and I have great nieces and nephews that I have special bonds with too. I try to treat everybody differently so they feel different, They don't all feel like they're getting the same love and attention. They're all getting different love and attention from me. I try. It's hard with the cancer because I haven't been able to go and do the traveling like I'm used to be able to do, And I took the tea, handed it off to her. They were instructed to walk. Yeah. Yeah, because they had that guy behind them. Okay, Greg saying Nancy's house over $1 million, and Spanner was snitching to control, see what happened. The guy that came out with them, I guess, was a bodyguard. And I'm thinking, because he was standing, the brother, he was standing behind him, but he walked out with him. Like somebody wasn't allowed to come up to them and say something. He was going to stop that. That's what I kind of felt. And you can tell me if I'm wrong. And then I think the other person standing there, wasn't it a sheriff? And you can correct me, but I think it was. But it was just very odd. And to me, there's something missing there if you have to put your husband in the middle of you and your sister. There's a problem. My girlfriend, what's good? What's new? I comment on Alex's live before, but figured I gave. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Blue Cats. Yay, Blue Cats. Hi, honey. I'm glad to have you. And you guys did a really good job. I stayed with you as long as I could. And then I couldn't do it. I was trying. Yes. Yes, Marv. Yep. Stay around positive people. I did not see Savannah do that. Oh, yeah. It was when. Well, I think you're talking about when they came down to the put the flower down, and that's what's kind of odd. Is you know what? Why would the family pick up the memorial or be responsible to pick up the memorial when they added to the memorial? I even thought about that, and I said they were in favor of this. So why would they dismantle it or take it away? It didn't make sense. Hi, Mary from Michigan. Mary's where everybody's going to go, and we're going to have a huge slumber party at Mary's in Michigan. Blue Cats, I'm doing good today. Thank you for asking me that, hon. Thank you for asking me that. It's a good day. It's a good day. Oh, text and go. Evening to you too. Yeah, Greg. Unless they have so much DNA, you guys, that's the only way that they could go ahead and do that. They'd have to have it. Because if they don't have a body, you have to have enough to be able to prove that something happened. And it wasn't just a nosebleed or something, you know? Marv, you're south of Salem? Wow, you're not far at all. Oh, you had it already? You had it all done? It does seem eerie. And I want to ask you guys something, and you maybe see if you guys can answer this for me. But didn't they say there was news media or police at her place after all the shenanigans with, and I'm calling them shenanigans because they're foolishness, with Alex? Didn't somebody report that? Well, why the heck are they allowed? That's what I want to know. Why are they, if they was a reporter, I don't care local or not, why in the heck were they allowed to do it? But these guys aren't. You want to talk about a double standard? Wow. Who cares? Missing the point. Savannah knows she must be suffering. Yeah, I'm not missing the point. I got all the points, and you're absolutely right. Oh, Diana, I hope you're doing okay. You're going to be moving there in 4 to 5 years? Wow. You're near Albany, Marv? Albany's a great city. Yeah, it's a great city. I love Albany because you're kind of you can kind of do everything from there. You can get over to the coast. You can get over to those the casinos. You're on the main stretch. You're kind of a almost a halfway point. I mean, Roseburg, they always say that's kind of a halfway point, but I think Albany's kind of a halfway point too. I'm not far from Oregon. I'm in Ballard, Washington. Oh my gosh. Hi. Share Bear. I love that. My cousin owns the Alibi at Pike's Place across from the gum wall. It's called the Alibi. And yeah, he does great. He's owned it for 15 years since he's come out of college and stuff. And really proud of him because it's at Pike's Place, and that's super expensive rent. And I even asked him, and he's doing it, and I'm like so proud of him. But I just don't. I know he doesn't like it when people put the gum on his sign and not on the wall. Oh my gosh. Yeah, her own sister. Yep. Yep. And that's what makes it so cruel. Greg, it's cruel. It's cruel. It's family doing it to family. It's cruel. Very cruel. Oh, you have to go and scan and print stuff? Okay, we'll let ya. You're so funny. We'll let you go and do that. Yeah, it is sad. Greg, you're absolutely correct. It's super sad. And, I can't say it on here because, I don't. But boy, I wish Mike was here right now because I would ask him to come right up and say what he says every time that something like that gets said to him. He always says, family will always you first. I hope you got that. Because I don't want to say the bad words, of course. But he always used to say that to me. And he comes from a huge family, a lot of siblings. And he used to say that. There's nobody that'll, with the F word, like family. And I used to tell him, that's terrible. And he said, but it's true. Because they think they can. And I said, they think they can? He says, yeah, because they're family. They think they have permission to hurt you. I'm a dog mom. Hi, honey. You're by the locks and golden. Oh, that is beautiful, Share Bear. Wow. I'll have to check it out. It's only 10 to 15 minutes. Yes. And I would love to meet you sometime there. That'd be so cool. And I know Carrie wants to go too. So, man, that'd be so awesome if we met at my cousin's. And he's great. They have some great food. They do a lot of brick cooking in bricks. So brick pizzas and brick oven pizzas and pastas. And I mean, it's really awesome. Beautiful bar, just beautiful place. Downstairs, they have a dance floor. Just beautiful. I looked at it. Yeah, I thought, Andrea, I did the same thing as you. I thought the same thing. I never even questioned it. But then I kind of went back. And then when somebody reported the hand slip, then I went back and looked at it. And I was like, wait a minute. Why is he in the middle, though? Maybe it is support. But why couldn't that person, it looked like that person was security that was behind him. Why couldn't he support? Hey, Marley, come here, please. Come here, honey. Come on. And stop doing that, please. Please stop. Thank you. I don't want you to interrupt this. Thank you. Excuse me, you guys, for a second. Let me give them something that'll make them quiet for a minute. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of strange. Hey, Marley, they're saying hi to you. They're saying hi, Mama. Don't go to the fence. Leave the fence alone, please. Okay? Leave the fence alone. Don't get them in trouble. I think he's going to get them in trouble because obviously their mom isn't letting them run the fence. So, but he goes over there and he's trying to call them out. And I'm like, oh my Lord. It's like, come on, let's play again. He's crazy. But thank you so much for saying hi to him. That is so sweet. Dayton, thank you. Sorry, bad type. You're fine. What is that? You mean in my cup? It's lemonade. Or you talking about my dog? Or what you talking about, Greg? What you talking about, Greg? Your fur babies are all tired out from playing and asleep beside me. I love that. Strawberry Noni, I love that. Can't wait till that happens this evening. I know he makes dogs on here bark. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have a little corner one day. I just love it out here because it's just so peaceful, So I just love to be out here. But I'll have a little corner one day just to myself with no dogs barking. Yours are two very spoiled rescues, but they're rescues. You saved their life. That's kind of what I'm hoping. Be kind of not to be funny, but that's what I'm kind of hoping is between all my positivity and God and you guys and everything, that I'm going to survive all of this nonsense. Oh, they're out west, Andrea? Like out west, this, like in us, because aren't you somewhere else? Or are you not, you're in the States or not in the States? I don't think you're in the States. Oh, Mustang's in here. Hi, Mustang. Thank you. Blue Cats, thank you, honey. That's all I want to do. I just want to change the narrative of YouTube and show that people can be cool and nice, and you don't have to be ripping people apart to get attention, and you don't have to make fun of people. You know, you can do that yourself. You can make fun of yourself and have a great time. You know what I mean? You can make fun of your friends with your friends. You don't have to do it to people that you don't know and they don't know how to take it. You know, it's good to see you too, Mustang. Your oldest, Greg, is 17. Oh, you're right in the cusp. You're right. Do they want to go to college? Thank you, honey. Thank you. You have to be able to laugh, because if you can't laugh at yourself, like all my silly shorts with singing in the car and stuff, you got to do something. You have to do something to make yourself, when you leave those doctor's offices and you're not quite sure what they're going to say today, I'm trying to move this up a little bit. You have to do some stuff to make it more positive for yourself. You know, I have great doctors, though. I have very positive doctors that are super cool. Keep it 100 with me, hopefully. You know, I get nervous. You know, when you have it, you get nervous when you go in to see the doctors, when you're sitting there in the waiting room. How much longer are you gonna be live, Nikki? I agree. These other channels are so, yeah, super mean, but too stubborn to understand the vibes. Yeah, it's like, you just don't have to go and hurt people with words and make fun of people and dig up, try to dox people. I didn't even know what that word was. Someone had to tell me. Like, it was crazy. I got sick. I wanted to Porky Poo. Oh, would be so adorable. Oh, Andrea, very cute. Oh, that is adorable. German Shepherds are so loyal, and they're very smart animals. What I would do, only because I've had one, what I would do is start him or her on the hip vitamins for dogs. Start them on the hip vitamins probably at 2 years old, somewhere around there, early. Like, almost like you're catching the arthritis before it comes, honey. Because they do get bad hip problems, and it runs in them, you know. You volunteered your time to JLR totally for free to help with search organizations, proms, anything really, and he completely ignores me. Oh, inner strength, I'm sorry. I know he was talking yesterday about throwing a New Year's party. He wanted to throw a New Year's party this year. I thought that was so cool. I was like, yeah. Hope you're still. And yes, to answer your question, I'm sorry, I didn't answer the question for you, hon. Yes, Blue Cats, I will be here for a minute. I haven't even got to the stories yet. We've just been chatting and just talking. People that put others down and make them feel bad, they're actually happy. Yeah, totally. They have something going on. Because, like my mom says all the time, can you look yourself in the mirror and like what you see? I can tussle with someone. Hey, I don't have any problem with you tussling. I don't have a problem with you tussling at all. I had to tussle with flicker that one night, and I felt really bad because I was trying to get my point, but I wasn't making my point right, and she wasn't understanding. It got a little heated, but she said that she would do, she didn't mind sparring with me anytime, so that was cool. But so she didn't get too offended, but yeah. Everybody's got a point to prove, and an idea. And I was probably just a little heavy on my idea that night. Me personally, because of looking up all the laws. Thank you, Kim. Looking all is still on Patriot Pride. I don't know how they're not sleeping. Yeah, and I'll probably go watch, because I started it, watching it, and then it's been watching over here. I've just been kind of watching it, but he's not on it. He's on the, like the camera or whatever, but I don't think it's just a picture. And I feel like if you're going to be on live, I know a lot of people do that, because maybe you're not presentable. And I've done it, or you have a second, you need to run to the restroom or anything like that. But it seems like when you're on all these platforms, seems like at some point you'd will show your face. GLR. Uses a. I think I understand, Greg. I think I understand pretty good. Oh, you're off to sleep, Marv? Okay. I appreciate you, and God love you, and blessings tonight, and sleep well. And thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. And next time, maybe you'll catch one of the stories, dear. Flicker might just be your tussle buddy. I have literally my girlfriend. I love her. I love her painting. I love that she had enough character inside to make the painting. I thought that was pretty cool. I timed out twice for supporting Alex. I'm sorry. What's not fair to me? What, something Greg is doing? Come and get me, JLR. You mean like he plays Come and Get Me? Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry you feel that way. And you have a right to your opinion. But he's been nothing but nice. Nothing but nice. And genuine and honest. Just saying. And there's a lot of times I've spoke to him and Alex at the same time. And they've been nothing but just the nicest fellas. Even Alex's language doesn't bother me a bit. And I know he worries about that, because there is people that do that. But not me. I don't. Everybody's everybody. Okay, Greg. Oh, yeah. But he's honest about it. He's honest about it. And the thing with whatever the present situation is that everybody talks about, I think that will get worked out in court of law. I can't be judge nor jury. I just can't. And like I said, he's been nothing but nice to me, helps me. I like Alex too. Alex is funny. He just keeps you on your toes. He might ask you a question you didn't even think was going to come out of his mouth. He's really a nice individual. The mowing. Yeah, you could totally express your opinion, Kim. And the mowing video. I'm a dog mom. All the smoke came out, and it was so stupid because I started the mower on the gravel. So all the sparks and everything. That was so dumb. Uh, yeah, I think Alex is going to win too. I really do. And I think that Juice is too, guys. Oh, okay, sweetheart. Oh, yeah, physical therapy. That's very important. Oh, honey, thank you so much for just coming in and chatting. And maybe check it out later and you'll be able to hear the stories. They're pretty good. Alex does have a good heart. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Kim, the PP part? Okay. Yeah, Juice. What a nice guy, huh? What does he do to hurt anybody? I hope I hope so too, inner strength, honey. I hope so too. Yes, it could. And the reason that you are saying that, I have something to jump off of that with. I started telling you guys about this lady that I found on a wall with Martin Luther King, I think it was. It was somebody, it was an activist, and I didn't know who she was. And I saw the dates and the time. And I just said, I am going to go find out who that is. No, there's no difference. There's no difference. You just have to rent a porta potty from a company, and a tent you can buy. Go figure. Someone said that this could be a precedent. He could set a precedent, and you are absolutely correct. So, this lady, and you're going to be shocked. And there's going to be some things that I'm going to shock you with, because we've been taught different things in our life, and it's just been out of some book that somebody wrote and a teacher taught us. But the real truth of the matter is when we get out into the world and we find the truth, and we find that some of the things that they taught us aren't exactly how and what they taught us, and maybe they didn't even know. Susie's a huge teddy bear, has everyone's back. I love the whole gang, and I love how they come together. I love it too. I love it too. And and like JOR and them said, and him and Alex said, I'm part of them. And I that was just the sweetest thing in the world. And they said that they're going to meet me one day, and I can't wait. Oh, okay. Watch the comments. Okay. I won't do that. Or I will do that. I will watch them. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Kim. I will watch them. But yes, so going off of this lady, you guys, this woman's name is Claudette Colvin. Colvin. This is going to really blow your minds. You ready? She was a civil rights activist. Claudette Colvin. She died at 86 years old. Natural causes. At 15 years old, Colvin became the first Black person to be arrested. Sorry, there's a bug. To be arrested for challenging Montgomery's bus laws. History has ignored her bravery all these years. All these years, everybody gave it to Rosa Parks because this gal was 15 and underage. So they figured they would report about the adult person, not the child. Remember her name, you guys, please, because you're thinking that Alex is going to set precedents, and these people did. And we don't talk about them because we don't know about them, because no one taught us about them. Inner strength, you're absolutely right. Kim Wells, thank you. You're, oh, Jeannie 63. You're new to the channel. Can everybody say hi to her, please? Everybody that's in here. Jean Y 63. So I'm thinking it's Jeannie 63. She's brand new. Cactus Flower, hi. Sharon Crawford 76. Oh, I'm so glad to meet you too, honey. And Cactus Flower, thank you so much for coming here. Share Bear, wow, to you too, sweetie. 100 they have. I know the story. Oh, Inner Strength, so wonderful. Yes, Claudette. And she just doesn't, they give all the respect to Rosa and schools and parks, and Claudette was the first one. But she was 15, so they didn't count her. Isn't that sad? But she was the first one to get arrested and challenge them. Challenge the Montgomery bus company. The only bus to get her to school or having to walk. Good job, Claudette. And I know you're not here anymore, but I'm glad to bring your name up. And I'm glad that all these people in here know your name. Claudette Colvin. You guys look up her life. I think she's probably had a really cool life. I haven't dug that deep. I was just so shocked about the information that I was getting and the unjust that they were giving the world because they weren't telling us about her. So it was unjust to us because a lot of us didn't know that she even existed. Shareberry, you're right. I love that. 15 and brave. Yeah, Carrie, it would be cool to meet them someday. Inner Strength, you're so cool. I'm a dog mom. Yeah. My question is, did she want the notary or was she glad she had a quiet life? Oh, the notoriety. You know what? I don't know. That is what a good question. I only know that where I had dug, she was quite a few years before the Rosa Parks. And because of the 15-year age, that's why she didn't get honored. But she still went to jail. She still had to do all the same things as an adult. So, yeah, I would like to read about her life. And I don't think she probably didn't mind either way. She probably thought to herself when all the times, now this is just me spitballing, but if it was me and someone else took the credit, I probably wouldn't mind that they took the credit because the people that really knew me would know the truth, if that makes sense. And I think in this day and time, all you can do is live with the truth, you know, and it matters. And it really, to me, it matters. You know, the truth matters. Brown versus Gale, 1956. Yep, sufficient case. The Supreme Court's affirmation of the district court's decision to outlaw segregated busing in Montgomery, Alabama. That was overturned. Pleasy and Ferguson. Okay. Thank you, Ghost. Nice to have you, Ghost. Yeah. It is crazy. History, when they teach you history, you know, I want to believe that they only taught us what they knew and what they could teach us. But I'm just finding out so much as an adult in my life, the true things, you know, the true. I think I like this on the other side. I apologize, you guys. I think this is so much better here. Don't you guys think it's better there? If it's not better there, you tell me. But yeah, I just think that what we're taught is not exactly what we learn later on in life. You studied this and never seen this. Yeah, and if I wouldn't have seen her face on a platform, it was on a wall. I think with Martin Luther King, if I'm remembering correctly, the person went by pretty quickly, and I went, I saw it and I just turned really fast and looked, and yeah, I was like, I need to know who that is. I need to know what she did because someone is bringing her name back up, and her name needs to be brought back up. Yeah, it is wrong, Carrie. I agree with you. It is. It should have been her decision if she wanted the notoriety. That's the answer to that, I think. Should have been her decision all along. 15, she can make a decision to press the issue about the buses and the segregation in Alabama and be old enough to get arrested. Then she's old enough to make a decision whether she wants the truth to be told or not, I guess. Diana. History is taught so that we all think this is the greatest country in the world and the truth. We have done so many, yes, so many inner strength, so many that it can be disgusting. When you truly look at history, yeah, it can be disgusting. I don't know if you guys heard me the other night, or was it last night? It might have been last night or the night before, I think it was when I was talking to Gigi and Alex for a second. And I said, that was my husband's biggest thing. Where was his 40 acres and a mule that he was promised all those years ago? Because he was one of those families, and he always, every blue moon would say it. And I'd always say to him, oh, that's just your militant side. But truthfully, looking into history, they were told that that's what they got. But that's not what they got. So there you go. It has taught us that. It has taught us what they want us to know, not what's truly factual. And that's what makes things sad, is that people want facts. Yeah, there's going to be those people with these platforms that are going to go in and they're going to go, oh gosh, you remember this happened and they did this with this person, and you're going to look at them and their channel and you're going, is she really telling the truth, or is she just shooting something up the tushy? See, I love that. Strawberry Noni, shout out to Wikipedia on that. They're not perfect, but they get so close in so many stories. So I appreciate Wikipedia. Kim, thank you. Yeah. She passed in January. But what a great person to push the envelope that way. The 3-time judge court ruled that the statutes violated the due process, equal protection clauses of the 14th Amendment, correct? And I read the 14th Amendment earlier to you guys, and I wanted you guys to make sure that you knew. I'm not going to always do that, but I'm always going to maybe give you one of the amendments. So in your mind, you can remember and say, oh yeah, I remember. I was on Nikki's show and we were talking about that. But the 19th Amendment, you know how important that is to us women. That is our right to vote. We should have had equality a long time ago. That's me. And I'm not I'm just a lady that thinks things should be fair and more fair than they were. And thinks that there was a lot of cruelty and a lot of, sorry, I'm itching. Sorry. A lot of cruelty and uncertainty in those years because you didn't truly know what was going to happen and who was going to hurt you or unalive you. The other Diana have studied 3 American history courses and 2 ethnic study courses. I love it. That's how it's gone since 1776. Oh my God, I love that. She passed the day after my birthday, Capricorn. That explains her stubbornness. Absolutely, honey. I try, Kim. I'm really trying. I'm trying the best way I know how. And I knew that this was going to be tough. And I think I even told Diana that I felt this was going to be a tough channel because it was going to be, I was going to have to reach to a demographic of people in positivity and not so much in the krama, they call it, or krama, they were saying. Not so much of that, but more of just truth and positivity for the person that's not here anymore because they were important, period. It's pretty shocking. Yeah. It's surprising how few ever really pay attention. It's so true. It's so, so true. And that's not difficult. You know, I know there's times that people can't pay attention and people really have to go and grab them. They have to have something that grabs this person and makes them want to listen, you know, and I was hoping that that would happen and that I was able to do that, you know. I was able to make people interested in wanting to be on a positive channel. Yeah, Dirty Diana, she wasn't here. I'm pretty sure she still is, honey. Kim, I'm pretty sure she still is. Tess, hi, Tess. Oh, thank you for saying that, sweetheart. Thank you. Yeah, history is not what we learned in school, Cactus. I love that name, Cactus Flower. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, Melly, thank you for saying that. Brenda, I was wondering if you were going to swing on through. I hope everyone can join us at 7 p.m. Yes. Yes, I will be there. And hopefully a little bit smarter, Brenda. And I'll just be able to just ask for the address and I'll just go backstage and mind my business until it's time. Oh, Brenda. I'm so sorry. You got a goofy lady over here trying to get on and didn't know what the heck she was doing. Oh my gosh. Brenda, thank you. You are amazing. What you guys are doing and the positivity that you're doing for the mods and bringing to the mods Monday nights is so cool too. That's why I think I just love to be around you and Mystic. I love it. And I hope Mystic's doing good. And please give my love. I always wonder if she's ever going to come in here, but I send her my love too. Last week was wild and you guys did a great job. Ernie and all the people on the chat were pitching in to come up with the bail. That's so cool. That was so cool. And you guys being busy, I understood. And it wasn't you, Brenda. It was me anyway. What do you mean he doesn't get the love? Nick doesn't get the love. Brenda, put his channel out, please. Or Inner Strength, put the channel out, please. I'll give Nick love all day long. I want a friend like him. I want a friend like that. I want a friend like that that runs down to the station trying to see what he can do for me. Heck yeah. Those are the best kind of friends because there's no limits. They haven't drawn a line. They're not limiting themselves in their friendship. They're giving it genuinely. So bless Nick for that. Period. Yep, there it is. Brenda put it out. There's Nick's channel. And it was hard for me to say his name at first, so I always said Nick A. Brenda, don't kill me for it. Oh, my God. But it's Aldinger. Aldinger, excuse me. Nick Aldinger. So, yeah, if you guys can check it out, please subscribe to him. Even send a little message and say, hey, you're a cool dude. It doesn't have to be long. You can just say you're a cool dude for doing that. How many friends do that? And they do it 2 times. Not once, but twice. And then he went to try to get his belongings. He shot over there to try to get the belongings. Like, I mean, how much do you want out of a friend? That's an awesome person. Truly. You know? So, and lots of love to you too, Brenda. Lots of love to you for even putting it out. And I hope you guys are seeing it on actual screen, because he needs love. He just needs that pat to say, "You're cool, dude. You're a real cool dude, and you're a cool friend." And Shannon, I'm so glad to see you in here too. I'm happy to see who I'm surrounded by. I'm happy to be surrounded by you good people. Do you mind if I tell you guys a couple stories and then we can do some more chatting if you want to? And it's definitely up to you guys. I think it must go with the name. Here goes another thing. I already told you guys Saint Nick during the Christmas holiday time. They called me all the time, my friends of 40 plus years. And then when it wasn't holiday time, Brenda, you're going to love it, but it was Nick at Night. They always said, "Oh, Nick at Night." I've heard it. And Darling Nikki, I've heard it all. They've sung it to me until I know every word of that song myself. Nick did it both. That's why I said twice. He didn't do it once, he did it twice. And somebody like that is a truly nice person. And he does so much searching with the boots on the ground. He's always out there searching. And you guys going by and giving him a thumbs up and a hey, keep going, Nick. You're doing it. Thank you. How about that? Or even do his chat when he's got a chat in there. Just thank him. Say, I don't know who gave the money for the bail, but you guys are cool. Thank you. Stories. Yay. He should have had a huge thank you post. I've seen nothing. I've went in and thanked him, honey. Integrity. Boy, oh boy, that's such a great word. My mother's got that brick in the Golf Hall of Fame in Jupiter, Florida. So one of the reasons I think I want to go to Florida is I'd love to see that. But she has a brick in the World Golf Hall of Fame there. And hers says pure integrity on my mother's brick. So I love that word and I appreciate that word, inner strength. Thank you, honey. Brenda, yes. With the Knicks. I should. It's possible Alex spoke to Nick in private. I'm pretty sure Nick didn't do it for the fanfare. No. Strawberry Noni. I don't think so. Like I told whoever was in here earlier, and you might have been in here, babe, but I said I was waiting. 6 people was good for me to start today. One person. If I just sat and there was only one person and I sat and there was only one person, that would have been fine too. I told you, the end of the banner, the stuff, we put these things out, of course, when people can help, but I personally don't do it for for you to make my life different. I do it because hopefully one day I'll be able to be boots on the ground. I'd love to do that, and just health problems, but that's all. And it'll happen, Nikki will make that happen regardless. If I don't get a dang dollar, you know what I mean? I will make it happen. I have to, I have to, and I'm going to. I think they spoke in private to Strawberry. I think they did because I think it was a personal conversation between 2 men, and that's okay. You know what I mean? And but if you guys, when you guys do go sub and you do like something in Nick's, just leave a little message there. He's a good person, and it's nice to know people that have integrity and loyalty. Topic for my writing and composition class was integrity. Oh my gosh, Diana, I love that. That's so cool. Can you imagine that? Having a class on integrity? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We should teach our kids that. We should start young and have teachers teach just a class on integrity as a human. I'm sure he didn't show up because. Yeah, that's one thing. Inner strength. People don't always do. Like, we can say, go sub somebody or go like somebody, but you're your own people. You can go if you want. You don't have to go if you don't want. But the ones that we do suggest, I think, are good people for you to go to. We don't try to suggest anybody that's not nice, or going to be one of those people that their whole platform is on tearing people down and tearing you down if you're on it and you say a comment or something. They're nasty. I've seen some real nastiness. Nikki's boot is on the ground. Kim, you're so funny. I want to. I'm telling you, if I had plane fare sitting around and hotel money, or I had somewhere I could stay there, I would go. I would make sure I had all my medications and everything, and I would definitely go. I love to fly. I'm not scared of it at all. Did you see the horrible thing today, though, that crash? JLR was reporting on it. That was very, very sad. Because I think all they were trying to do was skydive. And I believe. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Oh, Tess, God is good all the time. All the time. Teach things like that in home at class. Yeah, they did. Strawberry. Oh my gosh, you're so right, because we had probably the most relaxed, mellow, calm, nice teacher for that class. And I was terrible. I sewed my things inside out. And she still gave me a decent grade. And I was horrible. And I would take it home and I would tell my mom, can't you teach me how to do this better? And she says, no, that's your grandma. And my grandma was already gone. So I was like, well, I can't get her to teach me now. So she was very, very cool. Mrs. Henderson. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I remembered her name. And this next year, 2027, is our 40th class reunion. My 40th high school class reunion is this next year coming up. Please, Lord, I would love to be there in this to show everybody that, and they know me and they see me, pretty regular. They check on me, and I know a lot of my classmates and stuff. We're still, good friends and try to look out for each other. Yes, Strawberry Sun. And my class size was 69 people. Isn't that funny? I was born in 69 people in my graduating class. Funny. I used to tease about 69 back in the day when I was different. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Velvet, you taught elementary. Oh, kudos to you. Thank you. You didn't get enough money. You didn't give enough money. Taxpayers, they didn't give you teachers enough money, honey. And thank you for your patience and everything with our children. It's people like you that really make the world go round. Thanks, Melly. Melly 0303, I want to make it. I've told everybody, or, the ones that I still talk to is quite a few, and I've told them I want to be there. Oh, that's so cute. I love my kiddos. Yes. You have to. If you're teaching kids, you shouldn't take the job because it's the job. You should take the job because you love children and you want to help with the growth of children. To me, that's why you take the jobs. because of you want to help, you know? And I love the teachers, especially the teachers that don't give a lot of personal opinions, but they teach. Because I think a lot of the personal opinions of teachers can hurt these children in a lot of respects, and not you. I'm talking about just general high school teachers giving opinions about what they think that child should believe in or what that child should be. I think you should just let the child be what the child's going to be and not influence so much of your personal beliefs. I hope I didn't hurt anybody by that. And that wasn't directed towards you. That was just directed because I'm a grandma now and I still care about what goes on in the schools. And I ask my grandson all the time. He just turned 16. And I ask him all the time about what's really going on in there. You know, I don't want to know what the news is telling me. I don't want to know all that. I want to know from you that's living it. Not that I want any. No, you don't never want anything to happen. No, they don't pay teachers enough. They absolutely don't. For the job that they do, some of these great teachers, my good, and I bet you Velvet was a great teacher. I'll bet you. Sneaky from Texas, my mom and I. Oh my gosh, Jenny, thank you. Wow. Please, please, please tell your mom love and blessings sent back to her in Texas, please. That is so sweet that it's mother and daughter. That is so sweet. Thank you. That's me, Strawberry. It took my son to go down to Eugene to go to college. He had a best friend there, and we let our son do a year of figuring out who he was. And we said and gave him advice and told him what we think, you know, and we didn't mind helping pay rent, tuition. We didn't mind. We knew that that was going to be part of our responsibility as a parent. And me and my husband did the very best we could, you know, the best we could, which was probably a lot lower than a lot of parent standards, you know. Unfortunately, my son got the sick parents later in life, and my daughter got the parents that were busy and had money and provided anything and everything you needed, you know, and was involved and just well-rounded, you know. But unfortunately, when you come across illnesses and stuff, your well-roundedness gets the roundness kind of stops sometimes and it's got a little hole in it, you know. Oh, thank you, Velvet. Thank you. Thank you for being with our kids. You're 41 and old, disabled teacher. And yes, mom, teachers don't. Oh my gosh. God love you, Jenny. She's a teacher. God love her. And she's a teacher. She's a 41-year-old disabled teacher. Wow. And Jenny, meet Velvet. Velvet, meet Jenny. 2 teachers. I love that. I love that. And I think it's so cool. Inner strength. The teacher can make the student interested in learning and do it a way that just feels fun. Yes, 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 and yes, inner strength. So true. Crohn's. I knew a man. I will not tell a lie and say I've known a woman with Crohn's. I knew a man with Crohn's. And bless you. Bless you and the pain that you survive and go through. Why you're teaching. Wow. People say that I'm strong. Jenny Charnaza. I hope I'm saying that right. Jenny Charnaza, prayers to you and blessings to you, honey. That's miraculous and wonderful. Jenny, I'm so sorry. Yes, it is brutal. I mean, the gentleman that I knew, he went to cannabis for a lot of the pain. And that's how I knew him, was advice and helping him, you know. Oh, good. I'm glad I said that right. I'm glad I said that right. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and tell a few stories, and then we can just, you guys can even keep chatting or whatever you want to do. I hope that you really want to listen to the stories today. I've got another really a goodie, one of those goodie stories, but all of them to me are goodies because we're praying for all of them, or we're sending them good thoughts when we give them a moment of silence. We're doing all those things, you know? So I asked the question if you thought that horror movies and things like that changed us, or crime TV shows changed our minds and molded us into being some different kind of characters when we heard about terrible things happening to people, and it made us either softer or harder or more caring or less caring. Or I just asked the question if anybody thought that's what that did to us. Okay, she's not teaching currently, and she's been sick for 9 years without her mom and family. Oh my gosh. Oh, without your mom and family, you wouldn't be here. I got it. I got it. I read that differently. There, I got that. I'm one of those complicated cases. My doctors hate to see me coming. Girlfriend, nice to meet you. My name is Nikki. I have a TBI and now I have cancer. Jenny, a lot of us, we just give it to them, don't we? Yeah, we do. Cherberry, yeah, I'm excited for your stories. Thank you. And Jenny, thank you. Thank you to you and your mom for even being here, girlfriend. Thank you. I'm going to set this up just a little bit higher so I can read this because I love to be sitting out here. It's so calm and nice tonight. So, some of these are going to get to you. I went and got my little cloth just in case I have one of those moments, but I'm trying not to, you guys. Try not to have a moment like I did the other day. But that was a lot of people. That was so cool. Okay, here we go. There was a 3-month-old. Told you it was going to get you guys. That was unalived in a house fire at her family home in Thornwood, New York, on the first day of December of 1991. The authorities concluded that the fire had to be set deliberately by someone inside the house. The only other person in that house when that fire was set was a nanny, and her name was Olivia Reiner. It was the Fisher's family nurse nanny that was to care for this 3-month-old. She was prosecuted. Olivia Reiner was prosecuted the following year, but was acquitted after the defense argued that the fire was likely started by an intruder, possibly the boyfriend of the older sister of the 3-month-old. Set the fire, and they tried to blame the nanny, but it was the boyfriend. So, in conclusion, it was the boyfriend of Christy's sister, but never knew if they ever really caught him and could prove that it was him. So, the 3-month-old, her name was Christy Fisher. And we want to give her a moment of silence. Sorry, guys. 3 months old. 3 months old. I know that she's a beautiful angel. I know she's a beautiful angel. I know that's what the kids are. I have to believe that the kids are the beautiful angels.